the garbage truck and the backhoe, so I'll leave that up for you. Recall that Tony, or Randy, are you gonna report on the sidewalk with Tony? Okay, so I'll leave that up. And just so council knows, who wasn't here, we opened two quotations regarding some emergency concrete work that needs to be done on Hill Street. We received two, one from Cougar Landscaping for $1,250, and then the other from RBP Concrete for $1,800. So I'll pass those up because they need to be acted on this evening. Oh, I also want to announce that council held an executive session prior to tonight's meeting for two purposes. One, to discuss a personnel matter, and the other to discuss a settlement of a litigation matter. So litigation. And then today we received quotes from two contractors regarding the emergency work that needs to be done at 3rd Avenue and Sturgis Street. It's the collapsed pipe and sidewalk repair. The one is from Ross Jacobino, and his bid was for $6,800, and the other was from Rock Bottom Construction, and their bid was for $7,500. I don't know whether Tony Grisanti has seen these yet or not. Does anybody know? He hasn't seen them? Just today. Yesterday, excuse me. They came in today. They came in today.
Joe.
Yes, sir.
If we're gonna act on that tonight, could we okay it with the condition that our engineer review it prior to doing the work?
Yes, you can. You can approve it contingent upon satisfactory review and approval by your engineer, since they did the specs. Oh, and the last thing I have under solicitor's report is that today I received an email from Attorney Craig Wilson, who's the attorney for Invenergy, and requesting the attorneys, I think, to actually hold a conference call. Number one, he's suggesting that we consider looking at another date, a third date, in addition to the date of May 26th, in the event it's needed and anticipating it may be needed. So that's number one, and the dates he's proposing is the very following week, the first week in June. So there's a couple dates that were thrown out there. I didn't bring that with me, but I would have to check. If you can check your calendars, please, and let me know. Obviously, need a commitment for two reasons. One, for scheduling purposes, and that this wouldn't be announced until the May 26th hearing, because we can't schedule that until we get into that hearing on the record. But we would need that date set in advance too with the school. We would need to clear that date with the school.
Why didn't we have it 2 weeks ago?
So we have a council meeting, your regular monthly June meeting is June 1st, Monday, June 1st. So it would either be the 2nd, 3rd, or 4th, I think would be and that's assuming I didn't speak to Attorney Miles. I didn't speak to any of them. I just got an email, so I have to shoot an email out and probably schedule a conference call between the attorneys. So I just need to know what your thoughts are. If you can get back to me, I'd appreciate it.
Rick, I will be good when you do that.
You would be? Noted. Thank you. Oh, I'm sorry, there was another part of the email, and this really doesn't affect council. He was asking me to either put them in touch with or inquire as to whether Valley View has the ability to set up a screen. If not, they can set one up on stage, like to do a presentation. So that was just a housekeeping matter, but I'll either direct them to the appropriate person or good, thank you.
I'm so much.
You good?
That's good.
Okay, that's all I have tonight.
Oh, you can accept the solicitor's report.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Hey.
This is postcode number 2, requesting the use of the dump truck
Pass that over.
to the backhoe as they have done in the past for DPW.
I'll make that motion.
Need a second?
Second.
Roll call vote, okay.
Jesus,
Maggie Loney?
everything is.
Four.
Yeah,
Michael
four,
Gasper?
four. Sounds like a
Pat
golf
Purvis?
course.
Joe Malato?
4.
Randy Santarelli?
4.
Frank Stevens?
Four.
Jim Renaldi?
Four.
All in favor?
It's a golf course,
Also-
everything is four.
Give a bid on, roll a bid on to
Oh, dear God.
Charles, Cooper Landscaping for $12.50 to replace Dennis sidewalk that we had to dig up.
Yeah, that is the one that I checked on,
Street.
Rick, and when you asked me to comment on, I checked with
Yeah.
our borough engineer. He approved the specs on it, so it is okay to go like that, and I'll make a motion that we go with Cougar Landscaping, and the price is $12.50, I believe.
I'll second it.
And they were the lowest.
Yeah,
That was the
Well,
lowest.
also with that, we had Dennis sidewalks.
that's the next one, that's the next one.
Sure, if there's any questions. Next,
Roll call vote on the last one.
Yep.
Maggie Loney, this is for Cougar Landscaping.
Four.
Michael Gasper?
Four.
Pat Purvis? Joe Malato?
4.
Randy Santarelli?
Golf,
Frank Stevens?
golf
Jim
course.
Renaldi?
also is another bid on to damage the repair to Sturgis Street and Third
I
Avenue.
can't understand them.
Last check it came up with $6,800, a little bit.
Shouldn't even be a
For a motion to accept, last check it came up with.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
Mine is approved by the engineer.
Well, wait a minute,
Frank.
wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute.
Frank, that can't be right,
What's that?
6,800. That's gotta be all those jobs. There's no way $1,600 for 4 months of pipe. If that's the case, then I'm going that business.
Well, come on, somebody better go after
That
him,
can't be
dropping the
right.
tone.
For 4 months of pipe?
Hold on.
Rock bottom is
Gypsy.
7,500.
That's gotta be all the jobs. That's gotta be the storm drain. There's no way.
What does the bid say on it?
Okay, look at that.
Come on, he's getting away with murder, that guy. He's robbing us. He never looked into his background, he just took anything he could do and sold it. The other guys, somebody will do the work right. Have him do the work
I
right.
collapsed sidewalk repair Sturgis and Third Avenue.
$6,800.
That's everything.
Yeah,
It's all the whole, all right.
That's too much.
Randy, I was happy that Tony was adding, the other bids for the drains are due Wednesday. I did get one, but I didn't bring it over because they're not due till Wednesday.
Okay, so let me say this, I'd like to make that motion contingent upon review by our borough engineer. Okay?
Joe,
I'll second.
that's
Contingent upon satisfactory.
Right.
That's
Never
everything you
said
get,
that.
and it's on here for sidewalk.
Go and see our darn alley, how bad it is.
Sturgis Street and
It's junk.
All right, is there a motion?
We have Randy and Joe.
Need a roll call.
You should see how it is.
Maggie Loney?
Truck comes down,
Michael Gasper?
take water out of it.
Pat Purvis? Joe Malato?
4.
All
Randy
the golfers
Santarelli?
are voting.
Lorraine Stevens?
Four.
Jim Renaldi? All in favor?
Also, I'd like to have a motion to accept the Department of Transportation about the highway program and continue the highway program.
I can't
They
understand
gave
them.
us 10 days to advance the end of the program.
We're doing that next month. We're tabling that.
Tonight,
No.
No, next one.
that's all I got. Anybody else on council?
You wanna go? Ready?
Mayor?
Ready?
before we start, some of the business.
We have two properties that we discussed. One on Third Avenue that needs to be looked at. What was the other one, Rick?
517, well, Third Avenue, I don't have an address, but we know the house. It's vacant. It needs attention desperately, and I have information on that property from prior matters. So I can
Councilman
address that.
Jasper, you dealt with one of them?
Sure, I dealt with this morning with you, right? 517 First Avenue, you put the tires back in the yard,
Yep,
guess where they're at?
back in the road.
Okay, so
So
we need,
if the zoning officer
Where is
is
our zoning officer?
here,
Yeah, he's
See
never
here?
here when
I
you
can
need
get a
him.
letter or get something, I mean, they put them in, they put them back out, throw them back in, they throw them back out.
so we have a zoning officer look at those two properties tomorrow. Sharon, can you get him a note? Okay. And then Rick, we should follow.
So it's 517 First Avenue, tires,
Yeah.
and the other house is Third Avenue?
I have the address in my office, just to follow it. No, it's by the cultural center.
And we should also do the one. Yeah, how about the one on rear?
I have either rear bridge or rear river.
River, yeah.
How
I'll
about
give Sharon
the,
the information and pass along. to
how about the
those
car
photos.
repair business down there? You overlooked that. Put it on the back burner.
Okay, we got, yeah. All right, I think I covered most of it at the work session, so I'm not gonna go into all of that.
Ladies, we can't hear up here, please. Thank you.
Use your microphone.
We talked to PennDOT, we did an application to get signs out on Church and First, Church and Second, Church and Third early in the morning for school crossings, and that started today. Okay, I believe it was today, right? We talked, I think, right?
Yeah, I see them.
It was out today, right?
I see them all.
Second thing is, our grant from the county for, repair to bathrooms tonight is done. It will be signed by President and Council tonight, and we'll deliver it tomorrow. I also got a letter from the county regarding a grant we received last year for $15,388. I think, Jeannie and Jean, I think you have a copy of this too, right?
No,
This
she
deals-
doesn't have, just came today.
Okay, so this deals with our pavilion grant, and if you need me, we need to talk about that before, it needs to be done before the end of June. Okay. One other thing.
And is that for the accounting of the use of the funds?
Is for the work, the funds need to be dispersed within a year from receiving the grant, so we're kind of winding down on that.
Okay.
And I believe they have a contract there. Okay. EGK, we finally got our first, this is our first bill, Sharon?
No, we've had lots of bills.
Okay.
That's the new one.
This, I think
That's
this.
the new one for the cyber and privacy.
Right,
Yeah.
right, and that's what this deals with, this whole brochure, cyber and privacy. So I'll give you the bill back, and I'm gonna take that to review, okay?
Okay.
Make sure it's everything that we discussed with her. And that's all I got.
Anybody else?
I don't
Yeah, right.
I did get a request. What happened to Joe Fetchel? I did get a request from my neighbor at the, in the alleyway parallel to Hill Street. It comes up to the stop sign at Grassy Island Avenue. Last year during Santobaldo, the entire alleyway was filled with cars and the people were blocked in there. Now, last year it happened to be my son and daughter-in-law. However, this year they don't live there. They have renters there. I don't want the same thing to happen. God forbid there be an emergency. An emergency vehicle will never get in there and the people who live there will never get out. So, Joe, if you could work with the police and block that so that people won't park there and create a potential catastrophe.
What street are you talking about? I can't like.
Where Justin used to live, the street parallel to Hill Street, the alleyway that ends in a dead end at my corner. The people could not get out. It wasn't only Justin and his wife, it was the people down the street, couldn't get out of their driveways because it was completely blocked with cars parked there for Baldo. So if you could help us with that, we'd appreciate it. I had a request from the people that live there. Thank you.
Me. Following last Monday's meeting at the high school, I was verbally attacked at my place of employment by several people. I realize everyone has an opinion, and I respect your right to have that opinion. But to come to my place of employment and jeopardize my job is totally unacceptable. I was called a liar, a cheat, and a thief. I have served the people of Jessup for 14 years to the best of my ability. I have never lied to you, I have never cheated you, and I have never stolen from you. People keep saying to think of your families, children, and grandchildren. I think about them all the time. I also think about yours. And I would never say, write, or put on social media anything that would hurt them. That's all I'm asking of you. Think before you say, write, or post anything. I will meet with anyone that wants to talk to me about this issue, but not at my job and not on social media. Thank you.
Anybody else on council have anything to say?
Mayor.
I just have two things. I received a certificate of sustainability for the borough from US Again, so I will give that to the borough. And just to remind you that, and to inform the public that I had 2 5x7 appreciation plaques made that I will be bringing to Italy and presenting to the mayor and to the Ucabino Society for an appreciation for the statue and the relics that they sent out to town. And just the last reminder, the month of May we have a lot of things going on, a lot of fun things, but please remember on Monday, May 25th, there are Memorial Day services over on Hill Street at the Tank, and it would really be nice to see people there to honor the memory of our deceased veterans. So thank you. They usually have mass at 9 o'clock, and it's usually about 10:30, because they go up to Holy Ghost Cemetery first, and then they come down for the actual ceremony. Thank you for your attention.
Ron, I don't know which one's working.
One of the boys, Mag, on this week.
I think this one?
Yep.
Request permission to try to mess with it.
Who's from the audience? Jeanette Miller?
Yes. Jeanette Miller.
Jeanette, come up and get the microphone.
Oh, Jesus Christ, I have a lot of voice. I can speak without a
This one work?
That's
a good
What is the standing of each member of council regarding the acceptance and rejection of this proposed power plant?
Jeanette, they can't possibly answer that question. First of all, they're in the middle of receiving testimony, and they can't make any decisions until the hearing has been concluded, and I've advised them not to make any comments on it either way.
Because I met a person from Morristown, New Jersey. When he found out I was from Jessup, he told me that the newspapers out in Jersey was regarding about this power plant and saying that it's the biggest power plant that's going to be built in the United States, and the town of Jessup is the biggest town in Pennsylvania. They are all wrong. I told him we have 4,700 residents in Jessup. He says, what's wrong with your council? They should reject this. The power is not, you're not going to benefit in Jessup. It's going from Jersey and New York. That's it. Thank you. You know, I'm kind of reading what you're telling me.
Yeah, I don't need to.